Hello, everyone. Saturday. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. Talking to my son. Lost track of time. He's taking Luna out in the backyard again. I took her out today. She had fun. Fun in the snow. Not a lot of snow, but she loves it outside. Loves it cold more than I do. You're supposed to get more. Yeah, we're supposed to get snow here too tonight in Oshawa, Ontario. And they're saying tonight. I don't know how much, but we're supposed to get some snow. So, anyways, trying to adjust my light. I don't know if it's my light. I need new glasses. All right, tonight is all about, probably, mostly, past lives. Francis, Care Bear, Lauren. What's this here? See a few people here. Kendra. Just putting some names down so I don't forget to pull a card for someone. Okay, Jen, 56. So welcome, everyone. And if there's anybody else that pops in, I might. Hi, Lori. Yeah, your first time, huh? Nice. Well, welcome. Welcome. It is Saturday. So what we're going to do tonight is pull some cards about past life. Because if you can get some information about a past life, usually it can help you in this lifetime. It can help you heal. Okay. And whatever we pull tonight, just a reminder, don't get obsessed with it and think, oh my God, this happened in a past life. I do meditations where you tap into a past life. And I had this one lady who saw herself, she was a man in another lifetime. That has nothing to do with this life. She's a woman in this lifetime, but it's the key of the message that's important. It can help you heal something in this past lifetime. Most of the times, the past lives that come up into your life now are to help you, but you won't tap into a past life that's not here to help you. You may have had 9 past lives, but maybe only one that's going to come up and give you a bit of information how to deal and how to cope with this life. So I think it's not too important to know how many past lives. I mean, if you want to know, I can do the pendulum. I've got my little thing with numbers, so it can tell me instead of me. Sometimes I just know, but it's good to just validate. But the most important thing is what you learn from a past life. Okay. They are interesting. And in meditation, a lot of times you can tap into a past lifetime, just a regular meditation, but there are some meditation geared to bring you into a past life. And a lot of clinicians that have studied past lives, they know, and then that's what they're saying, that if you can learn something about a past life, it can help you heal in this lifetime. Sometimes it could be a physical ailment that's going to heal you, or sometimes on an emotional level. Sometimes people find out something about their past life, which is maybe trauma, and it's really hard. It's difficult. In that case, it's like past life. What's a friend of mine? She's a master hypnotist, and she does that past life therapy in that. So again, don't focus too much about what was gone in the past. If you suffered, if you had pain, that's the past. But it's just, you feel it, and then you release it, and just learn from what it was that is trying to tell you. It's like synchronicities in your life. It's like numbers that come up all the time. Yeah, if you have a recurring past life dream, it's trying to teach you there's something in this lifetime that I wouldn't have to know exactly what it is, but there's something that it's trying to teach you in this lifetime. Maybe something not to repeat again, or it depends. If you have the same dreams all the time, maybe it's not a past life. Maybe it's something else. In a past life, you would see yourself as you were in a past life, experiencing what you experienced. a little bit different. It's like out-of-body experiences. When you do out-of-body stuff, it's similar to uh, what's the other one? The other one when you out-of-body and oh my God, my mind today. It's been like this. I've tried to find a word earlier and it was just gone. But anyways, there's a little bit of difference between the two. When you completely come out of your body and sometimes just the soul. At night, your soul can go and visit and do stuff. And sometimes your body, astral travel, there's the word. Astral travel and out of body, similar, but not quite the same. So, yeah. And a lot of times it's something that we've come here to learn. But if we can't learn it this way, it's going to be repeated. Lessons are going to be repeated until we learn what we need to learn differently, just differently. So anyway, I know Dee's watching. Lynn, if you're there, sign in. If you're not, you're probably working and you can check later. So I'm just going to go by order here. I've got Dee. I know Dee's watching. She watches on our TV, so can't sign in. Past life. So I'm just calling on your angels and guides and my angels and guides. And they can also help with protection and helping assist with bringing out a card for you. So this is for the communal living. So communal living means basically that in the past, you didn't have to worry too much about finances and about... Hi, Kristen. Oh, my goodness. So sorry to hear, Kristen. Well, we're going to send the best to this person here. My goodness. A lot of things are happening. Yeah. Everybody send some good vibes for Kristen's friend. She's in a coma. You can send a lot of white light. A lot of you can ask your angels to send it to her angel. Her angel's going to know what is going to be allowed and what she will accept in her. So send a lot of healing white light. That way, not a specific light because there's a lot of things going on. So white light is your best way to send it. Yeah, your best friend's husband. It's it's terrible. These things they're happening. Yeah. So sorry to hear. Yeah, you don't know what goes on behind people's closed doors, do you? But you know what? Maybe it was drinking a lot. Maybe, and it depends what he's drinking too. So. Yes, men or women that drink a lot, they do become so tolerable that I have a friend, she can drink a bottle of wine and still be okay. And I'm like, wow, have one glass and I'm out. So, yeah, they build a tolerance to it. They do. Well, I hope he's okay. Just going to send him a lot of white light. All right. Communal living for D. So D, the lifetime is significant to your question. So if you had a question, if you were wondering about a past lifetime. So a communal living could be like in a monastery or tribe, convent. Your earthly needs were met. They were met. You had shelter, you had clothing, food were provided for. And although you held a job within the community, you fulfilled your responsibilities for the group and not for individual gain. In your current lifetime now, you may feel troubled by the concept of money, individual earnings, savings, and bills. You may feel unsupported because your soul is accustomed to having a community support system. So that would be a reason why, and this time you're working, you're making ends meet, whether you're with a partner or not, it's you still feel like it's hard, it's difficult. So to assimilate in this lifetime, you find the balance between and harmony between individual and group needs, between give and take. Understand how you fit into the culture and how the group can help you achieve your individual goals and aspirations and further your spiritual growth. And remember, no man or woman is an island. We can't always do everything by ourselves. I mean, sometimes we need help. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to have a card for Lynn. Card for Lynn. Spiritual and religion. I have to smile because I have brought this deck into my class. And I think we pulled this one out for Lynn before. So, wow, it's very 45. That's very young. That is very young. So sending a lot of white light. If anybody has the time later on, just to visualize white light coming out of the palms of your hand and just sending it out. You could form a ball of white light and send it out to her friend. So Lynn, spirituality and religion. So everyone's souls enjoys varied experiences and opportunities. So it's very common for us to explore a number of different religions and spiritual paths as we travel through lifetimes. So even though I pull a card for one person, there's a little bit in each card, like tarot cards, like oracle cards that you may get that means something for you as well. So while spiritual growth and knowledge accumulate during lifetimes, all lifetimes, the specific spiritual or religious path differs in each one. Perhaps the religion you were raised doesn't in this lifetime doesn't really coincide with your true beliefs, and this acknowledgement may trigger guilt, fear. You just feel that this doesn't work for you. Shame, or unless you're aware of the bigger picture, your spiritual knowledge is housed within your soul, and you're an eternal being who is forever connected to the divine infinite wisdom. So this card here asks you to explore alternative spiritual and religious path. There you will seek the inner peace and answers you seek. So if you're following a path and you don't feel it's right for you, then you seek maybe a different path. There's many paths in Christianity. There's many paths. All the knowledge you've accumulated all these lifetimes, in this lifetime, you're maybe seeking more and just following maybe more than one path. So, you're welcome, Kristen. Francis, I'm going to pull a card for you. Card for Francis. Monk or a nun? A monk or a nun? Well, they're both in religious. Monk or nun. So this card is a result of your past lifetime as a monk or a nun or someone similar. Maybe a priest, maybe high priestess. This means that you lived a life filled with isolation, rules, and spiritual devotion. In your lifetime now, you may notice your tendency to isolate yourself from others. In fact, you likely feel most comfortable when you're by yourself. Other people may even refer to you as a monk. If this pattern is interfering with your relationships, you might consider having sessions with a qualified past life regressionist. That's what my friend here does. She's a master hypnotist and she does past life regression. which was something I was trying to say earlier. My mind today, I'm lost for words. In addition, you may have taken vows as a monk or a nun that may be interfering with your relationships, career, or more. Unless these vows are severed, and there is a cutting of the cord that you can release vows, they carry forward throughout time. So, for instance, if you took vow of poverty, you may be struggling today with financial insecurity, as just an example. Other past life vows could be connected to chastity, which can impact a present, romantic life, self-denial, which cause you to feel undeserving or fearful of abundance. Even often it's enough to simply to consciously, you can do it consciously, bring the memories of these vows to the surface in order to release them. Then it's just a matter of clearing, severing them in all directions of time. You can do so by saying something like the following: I hereby sever and release all vows that are self-destructive in all directions of time for everyone involved. Because when you heal yourself, when you heal others, when you heal different lifetimes, everyone is a healing. Everyone gets the healing benefits. So it's a pretty good card, Francis. There's something in there that will help you. Whoa. Some of them want to fall out here. All right, Care Bear, you're next. Care Bear, card for Care Bear. Something from a past life that could help in this lifetime. So, in a past lifetime, I have here finances. So, in a past lifetime, so your relationship with money is being affected by your past life experiences. For instance, you may have had a lifetime of extreme poverty or even wealth. Many people struggle to save money because their other lifetimes involved communal wealth, where the convent, tribe, or village provided everyone's need, like I did for D, the very first card. But in those lifetimes, there was no such thing as individual saving accounts or separate possessions. As a result, you may find that your finances are a perplexing and upsetting mystery. So your income may roller coaster up and down until you come to terms with the fact that you're currently incarnated in a Western capitalistic society that operates on individualism. So to heal this situation, understand that money is merely energy and can be used for good purposes or negative ones. Know that money is in itself neutral. It is what you do with it that matters. Act with the intention to help the world through charity and generosity. That is a noble virtue. And I want to touch too on something, some people, they're raised saying, you're poor, you're born poor, you're going to die poor. I don't believe that. Some people, have been told that by their parents. Oh, well, that's what we have. And, they're grateful for what they have, but yet they're bringing up their children saying, well, this is all we have, and this is all you're ever going to get in life, or that's all you're going to become, or no, those are negative things. Those are beliefs that people say that you don't have to stick to. Lauren. Card for Lauren. I picked the top one as opposed to the bottom one, which is kind of weird, but I have like two. There's Unrequited Love and Galactic. But for you, Lauren, Unrequited Love. So this means that you had a painful experience with unrequited love in a prior lifetime. The person you loved deeply didn't share your feelings, or you may have been betrayed or abandoned. This individual may be in your present life. These experiences of unrequited love may be negatively affecting you. For example, you might distrust your lover's intention or his or her ability to make a monogamous commitment. Sometimes those doubts have a basis in current reality. Yeah, this is for Lauren. Yeah. However, romantic insecurities can also be a product of prior lifetimes. I mean, Lauren's not that old, but when that occurs, the unconscious insecurities are difficult to pinpoint or heal unless they're consciously realized. This is where irrational jealousy and neediness may actually ruin an otherwise good relationship. Sometimes the best cure is past life regression for couples. Does she ever, marry and they're having difficulty? That would be something she might want to look at. Past life regressions for couples. So you can both remember that the situation caused you pain in other lifetimes. Again, knowing that you had other lifetime where you experienced tremendous pain because somebody didn't love you back. Sometimes it could be the other way around. Knowing this in this lifetime, you can heal that. You can heal that. And realize, okay, this is an insecurity I have due to a different lifetime, but this now I'm going to work on it, and I'm going to fix it. I'm going to heal it. Once you heal that, it'll heal all the past lifetimes you've had, and it helps heal if you decide to have children later on. Because a lot of it is generational, it'll heal that as well. Thank you. Galactic is another one, so that's on a different subject, but yeah, you have that too. So probably a starseed. I wouldn't be surprised. You're a starseed. You're welcome. You're welcome, Care Bear. Welcome, Nori. Yeah. Kendra. Kendra. So for Kendra, I have male, female. Okay. This card signifies that you've lived your lives as a different gender than the one you embody in this lifetime. For example, you may be now living as a female. Well, in previous lifetime, you were a male. In such cases, gender confusion and even health issues are often related to this change of gender over lifetimes, because for most of your lifetimes, you lived as the other sex. You may not feel comfortable in your skin. If this is your first lifetime as a woman, you may develop gynecological issues or even experience infertility. So if this is your first lifetime as a man, you may not relate to that traditional masculine roles. If there's a man listening, they'll think, well, geez, yeah, okay, I think I get it now. So this card asks you to have compassion for yourself. Trust that your soul is doing the best it can. Remember that your soul is the result of all your past experience. Remember, too, we're in this body, whether male or female, this body is on loan. We took this body in this lifetime, but we're soul. If everybody was stripped of all the bodies and everybody got together, and everybody's a soul. There's no male, female, everybody's a soul. We're just using this right now for this particular purpose in this lifetime for a reason. Yeah. I think everybody at one point had either, white or Asian, black, female, male. I think everybody in every lifetime has experienced different things. We're here to learn, to grow for the highest purpose. And I believe that we've had many lifetimes in different different things. Your dog is lying on the floor in front of you, your daughter's lap. And my daughter. You're welcome, Kendra. Gen 56. I'm going to pull a card for you. Gen 56. I have farm. So one of your lifetimes was on a farm. So your past life on a farm is influencing the situation that you're, thinking about. Maybe you had a question in your mind. You thought, okay, what do I need to know? Well, perhaps you enjoyed a simple, happy life and you crave simplicity once more. You may have enjoyed the warmth of an extended family during your farm life. Your angels may also be nudging you to become self-sustaining by growing your own food, as you did in a prior life. I mean, some people now, more so, they're thinking about starting a small garden, more than, they had. You most likely carried forward the green thumb, ability to grow plants as well. Also, this card may be asking you to connect with animals and nature. I don't know if you heard that. That's my hubby. Come on. Although this card may ask you to connect with animals in nature, which were part of your past lifetime on a farm. So if you had a past life accident involving farm equipment, this may carry forward to an unexplained injury in this life. You've also had a relationship in that life that you're playing out in this one. Your body will tell you which situation fits. So notice any goosebumps, chills, or other physical reaction as I read this section for you. So Gen 56. Okay. Lori, I'm going to pull a card for you. Pulling a card for Lori. You got goosebumps, cold. A little chilly here a little bit, but it wasn't bad today. It was nice. We have a swing in the backyard. I sat down a little bit while she plowed. We don't have that much snow. It's just a little bit of snow, but she had fun. The dog had fun. Her previous owner, the one like where her mom, where she comes, the breeder, she posted some videos today about her brother and the mother and father. The father doesn't like the cold. Doesn't like the snow too much. You could tell in the video. He's out there, but he's like, oh, come on, let's go back in. But the other two, the mother and the son, her brother, oh my gosh, they're just like her. Plows in the snow, let's go. Have fun. Yeah, that's what I had heard too, that birthmarks where we were injured in a past lifetime. So if I do come back, I'll have the same German Shepherd bite mark on my leg. I got him in this lifetime. So if I come back, I'll be, hopefully, note to self. Yeah. And scars. My dog scratched me. Yeah, that's what they say. Birthmarks, a lot of time, has to do with a previous lifetime. There was an injury or something. Not all birthmarks, but especially if you have a scar that comes up. And yeah, there's just... I was with some ladies one time. I was doing a class, and it was in a store. And somebody had told me I have this kind of weird thing at the back here. It's kind of shaped like a point. It's like a triangle or something. I don't know. It's discolored. And I thought, this is kind of weird. Anybody else have something like that? And out of the swear by over 10 women. I think 8 women had the same as me. This was really strange. So maybe we're a group in another lifetime that had a feeling what it was, but it was crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. Yeah, you know all about snow, Michigan. Yeah, it's cold. You just started to snow in Toronto? Okay. But we don't have a lot. My daughter lives an hour north of here. They have a lot more snow than us. We live in the green belt. We have snow, but they're calling for some tonight, so we'll see. Not enough to, you're originally from Colorado. They get snow, yeah. Yeah. Hi, Donna Marie. How are you? Yeah. Okay. Lori, I believe I'm doing you. Lori. Right. I think I did Lori. Whoa. Ooh, Lori. Need to pay attention to this one. Might give you clues to what goes on in this lifetime. So imprisonment or slavery. So this card signifies that you may have spent time in jail or in slavery. Your rights were taken from you, as well as your dignity and freedom. You are free now, but you still may harbor fears related to that lifetime. For example, you may feel claustrophobic. A lot of people that I know that are claustrophobic, yeah, something severely. They were confined in a previous lifetime. You may not like, tight spaces. You may not like airplanes. You may have developed a form of, they call it Stockholm syndrome, where you feel empathetic toward those who abused you. On the other hand, your experiences can also make you feel exquisitively compassionate towards those who suffer. You may devote yourself defending underdogs or bringing more love and justice to the world. To heal any residual, I have trouble speaking today. Fears from that previous lifetime. Remember the details of the past life to loosen the shackles and free you from the symptoms. Channel your altruistic feelings and tendencies into helping society. Acts of kindness and compassion heal the individual as well as the world. And this you can do like that with the other lady. You can say, I sever all ties to, imprisonment. All my fears, I release them. Something you could do during full moons. I have full moon circles during my class, where during the full moon, you write down a couple things that you want to release, whether it's fears from something in the past or unknown fears, you release it. You could do like a burning ritual. You could write in a piece of paper and, bury it. I find that, fire, if you can burn it, it acts faster, but yeah. You're welcome, Lori. I'm not claustrophobic, but definitely slavery. Yeah, I'm sure at one point, one lifetime, for sure. Kristen. Well, thank you. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Francis. Okay, this is for Kristen. Spirituality and religion. And it's the same for Lynn. Lynn had spirituality and religion. So this is for Lori. I'm just going to read it again in case you didn't catch it earlier. So everyone's soul enjoys varied experiences and opportunities. So it's common for us to explore a number of different religious and spiritual paths as we travel through lifetimes. So while spiritual growth and knowledge accumulates during all lifetime, the specific spiritual or religious path differs in each one. Like I know Buddha, I've had several meditations, healing meditations, where I saw Buddha was not really Buddha in another lifetime. To give you an idea. So you may have been, I don't know, maybe a high priestess in one lifetime, and now you're Catholic or Pentecostal, or you know what I mean, or totally different religion. Maybe Judaism. So perhaps the religion you were raised with doesn't coincide with your true beliefs. And I meet a lot of people nowadays that they feel that their religion that they're following, there's something missing, and it doesn't coincide with their true beliefs. So sometimes they'll go and they'll change. It's still Christianity, but they'll change. This acknowledgement may trigger guilt, fear, or shame unless you're aware of the bigger picture. Your spiritual knowledge is housed within your soul, and you are an internal being who is forever connected to the divine infinite wisdom. And this card asks you to explore alternative spiritual or religious paths. There you will find the inner peace and answer you seek. Yeah, it is common. Yeah. Yeah, especially now that I feel, well, since about maybe 10 or 15 years now, but more so as each year advances, I feel more people just are seeking. They want to know more. They want to know, some are okay, they just follow the religion, they're fine, they're happy, but there's others that want to just know more. And their religion is one thing, but they want to grow spiritually. So there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Yeah. Donna Marie, this card will be for you. You're welcome, Kristen. Just blowing a little bit on the cards just to freshen them up a little. All right. Oh, Donna Marie. So it's the same as, who had that? As Lori. Imprisonment or slavery. So if you have phobias, you don't like tight spaces, you feel a slave in this lifetime, all these things are connected. So you spent time either as a slave or you were imprisoned in another lifetime. You felt like back then your rights were taken from you. So maybe you feel again now that you don't have rights. Something's not going well. Dignity, freedom, all of that was taken away. You're free now. That's a past lifetime. But it can explain some of the feelings or some of the things that you're going through in this lifetime. Example, like I said, could feel claustrophobic. You could feel you don't like airplanes. You don't like any tight spaces. I know someone who is claustrophobic, and she wouldn't go into this fridge. She worked in a restaurant. This fridge was huge. She'd go in, but the door somebody had to hold the door, or sometimes somebody go in for her. She wouldn't go in, even if you had sometimes the door open. She'd panic, and it was a humongous fridge, probably about the size of this room. But yeah, she had a fear that maybe somebody was going to close the door. So that's claustrophobic to a point, but that's definitely, she was probably had imprisonment in another lifetime. So you may even feel very empathetic toward those who's abused you. And in this lifetime, if you were abused, you may feel empathetic. On the other hand, your experience may also make you feel exquisitively compassionate toward those who suffer. When people suffer, you feel for them deeply. Yeah. You may devote yourself to defending the underdog, right? And bringing more love and justice to the world. And to heal any residue from fears from that previous lifetime, just remember the details of that past to loosen the shackles and free yourself. You can even say, especially around the full moon or new moon, that you are bring the shackles that hold you back, that hold you from your highest purpose. Channel your altruistic feelings and tendencies into helping society. Acts of kindness and compassion heal the individual as well as the world. Feel very empathetic. Yeah. So again, this, it's all related. When you feel you've got the weight of the shoulder, you look at what's happening in the world and you feel hurt. You know what it's like because you've been there. You've had things taken away from you. You've had pain. You've had suffering. You've had no freedom. So you're very sensitive to those things. like yesterday, I had to shut my phone because I'll get I don't have the news. I don't watch the news per se. I don't have TV, but I have social media, and sometimes thing will pop up or something else will pop up. And yesterday I thought, okay, this is overwhelming. I'm just shutting it down because I feel too much for the world. And now it's yeah, I have to say enough is enough. Sometimes you have to do that, right? You have to shut it down because it affects you. You could take a nice cleansing shower and like nice ritual bath with Epsom salt and cleanse and all that, but then you go back on your phone or somebody texts you something, and it's like, oh my God, yeah, it was a little too much info, too much of everything, too much going on. Yeah, and it is too much. You're working on releasing those. Stand ground. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have to tune out. Well, you see, the world's scary in the States. There's so much happening. I always think about, and when I do readings, when I do personal tarot readings for people, sometimes I see that there's a lot of crap coming, right? And I say to them, just know that this cloud will pass. Things will get better. But before it gets better, it has to get worse. So yes, yesterday I had to shut down because it was just, I found myself like getting so overwhelmed, like almost teary. And I thought, whoa, okay, whoa. No, yeah. Shut everything down for a bit. It's just too much. Yeah, you got to unplug. You do. Because but I know, yeah, the saying, this too shall pass. I know things are going to improve. I know things are going to get better. But it's in the meantime, like I knew things were going to go a certain way in the world. But now it's like, okay, it's even crazier than I thought, because I didn't ask for all the details, but I knew the whole planet's going through some changes. But this is even bigger. I knew it was deep, and I knew it was big, but I didn't think it's bigger. It's a big. Thought it was going to be this, but it's, gigantic. Yeah. And, do what you can, and the rest. Right. In the States and in Canada, in many countries around the world, I do connect with a couple of people that are very high intelligence and stuff that's happening in other countries. It's yeah, but it has to be. Everybody's been praying for peace. Something has to happen so we have that peace, right? You were going through YouTube and some of the leaders here. Yeah. Oh yeah, people are suffering different ways, and yeah. Don't feel guilt. You're okay. That has to do with the past lifetime. Because they're suffering, but being a medium, it's difficult. Like when my kids were growing up, I could so easily have helped them to smooth sail. But my daughter was like, I'm not listening. I want to learn the hard way. So you can't do anything. Everybody's here for their purpose. So they may have agreed, and I know some people don't believe in that, and that's fine too. This is my opinion. This, from what I know of experience, people are here to experience certain things. And I know some people that are suffering, they may have agreed to come here to experience this for a reason. And it's awful. It is awful. It's awful if you think about it. So the only thing we can do is maybe they're here to experience that. So the rest of the people that know about it can send prayers, can send healing, can send love and light. Because as a whole, we're all one. Everybody on earth. Doesn't matter where you are. We're all one consciousness. So when people are hurt, even if you don't know them, you feel it. When that plane went down, I was a mess. I don't think I've met anybody on that plane. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah, we chose, my sister doesn't believe that. She says, no, she doesn't believe that. And I'm like, well, it makes sense if you believe that we're here to grow consciously, like as one great, huge consciousness. And everybody has to put in what their experiences and their learn for the higher consciousness. But it's difficult. It's a hard pill to swallow, because you think, well, okay, how many people are going to need to suffer before this is, like how many? Like so many have suffered already. That should be done now. That's dealt with. We understand that. But, it's really, really crazy. Hello, Midnight Apothecary and Bakery. Hello, welcome. So I'm going to pull some cards. We're almost done this evening here. So I'm going to pull a card for you, Midnight, doing past lives. All right. So learn something from a past life that can help you, in this lifetime, understand what you're going through, help you to know. Okay. Okay. For you, Midnight, I have health. Where's the card? There it is. All right. This is the card for you. Health. You thought I recognized this deck? Yeah. It is the past life. Yeah. So, your relationship to health and healing is influenced by other lifetimes. You may be suffering from a physical problem that was inflicted upon you during your past life. So, one of your past lives, for sure. Perhaps you reincarnated so quickly that you didn't have the time to deal with the underlying issues. Your physical health has caused you hardship, yet it has also taught you a deeper level of compassion than you could have learned in a healthy body. You've also developed healing skills that can benefit others. In fact, you may already know that you're a healer. This knowledge was acquired in previous lifetimes when you performed healing for others. Back then, your earthly needs were likely taken care of by the community, so you may struggle with the idea of charging for healing work in this life. It's helpful to know that in this current Western society, everyone must charge for their work, including those who provide spiritual-based services. Okay. As a Reiki master and an I'm certified energetic healer through a spiritual church. Giving healing to someone, as a healer, I'm not healing the person. I'm just kickstarting what that person needs in the body. I'm kind of going in and turning the switch, maybe. And then the healing starts, and the healing that comes out of my hand through the chakras in the palm comes from the divine through my crown and out to my hands. Now, as a healer, like I said, we have the title of healer, but we're not doing the healing per se. We're just the messenger. When I do readings, mediumship, when I contact people from the other side, you bring the healing forth. With that being said, the spiritual healing that I do, there's no charge. But when you do Reiki, if you do Reiki on someone and you don't charge, either the healing will be maybe it will take place in the last a few minutes. That's it. There is, it's been tested. And when I started learning Reiki, for instance, I didn't charge because I was just learning it. Like I said, it didn't stay, or it didn't really work well. When I started being special level 2, that level 2 and a master, when you do Reiki and you charge, it works. That's even proven if you look at the Reiki masters from the past, way back to Japan. They will tell you they didn't know at first, like, what? How come the healing is not not seem to be taking and helping the person. And they understood after a while, that's why the exchange of energy has to be there. It doesn't have to be much, but it has to be something. So if you're a healer and you do healing, and if you do Reiki on somebody, just take note. If they say, well, I didn't feel anything, or nothing's happened, the pain's still there, if it's physical pain, and then do another healing and charge them something. I mean, it doesn't say you have to charge so much. You can charge less. It's entirely up to you, but there has to be an exchange of energy. Okay. So if somebody comes and has Reiki and somebody does cranial sacral, then you do an exchange. That may work. It's an exchange of energy. You often wondered if you were a healer in a past life. So because you often wondered, those thoughts coming in, you got your spirit guide bringing those thoughts to you. Your higher self is bringing those thoughts to you. They're bringing to you for a reason. And you tuned in tonight for a reason. And I'm saying you were a healer in a past life. And you know why you think that way? As soon as you decide on which modality to study, you're not going to learn it. You're going to remember it. That's the difference. When I did the spiritual healing, before I did at the church, we had a group of people, all mediums, and we had a group, and we would meditate and heal each other. And the first time I went there, I had never done the spiritual healing. And everybody sat down, paired up with people, and my hands knew. I just knew where to go, and I thought, okay, wow, I know this. This is kind of weird. And I was fairly young. And somebody says, well, you're not learning it. You already know it. So it's from a past life. So you're remembering. When things are so easy, whatever it is that you want to learn, if you want to learn painting, whatever it is that you want to learn something, when you start and it just kind of flows and it's like, wow, I kind of know how to do this, you're remembering. It's not something new, totally new in this life, yes, but you're remembering. You healed yourself from a medical injury, yeah. Yeah, it is on point, yeah. That's what, that's past life. So when I do, like I say, meditation, there's a past life meditation. I'm sure there's probably some on YouTube you can find, but the one I did with my students, they remembered a past life, something in that past life that they had to remember to help them in this lifetime. Just, when you go on YouTube, you may find something good. Just Google until you find something that resonates with you. But definitely, and if you just want to meditate at home in quiet, and you can ask your spirit guide or your higher self or your angel, say, please show me something or make me feel something. Just let me know there's something that I should need to help me in this lifetime with something. Guide me to that. And if you don't see anything in that meditation, you may decide to go out, to go to a store or go somewhere, and then you'll hear somebody talking about something, or you go to a book or store and something jumps at you. That's how your guide is trying to guide you. They'll bring you a person, they'll bring you a book. Like tonight, you thought for a while that, you were a healer, and here you are. So everything happening for a reason. Once you open up to spirit and you ask for guidance, the guidance is there. It'll come. Yeah. Hi, Tiger's Eyes. Hi, Michelle. All right, Tiger's Eyes and Michelle, I have 2 more cards. I got 5 minutes, so 3 minutes now. We're pulling past life cards. You're very welcome, Midnight. Come back. I welcome everybody here. We have different things. Sometimes it's past life. Sometimes it's spirits. Didn't pay attention to see if any orbs or angels or any fairies or anything like that jumped out tonight. They do. You're welcome, Tiger's Eyes. All right. So a card for Tiger's Eyes and one for Michelle. So Tiger's Eyes. Vows. So in a past lifetime, you made some vows. So the vows you made, in a past lifetime are blocking you in this one. So you can sever those vows. So most likely you are a monk or a nun, but when you made these vows, which still continue to haunt you, common examples will be a vow of poverty, self-denial. Even that, could block the abundance, the flow of abundance in this lifetime. Could be a vow of chastity, right? Could limit you from a romantic partnership, right? Or a vow of self-punishment. There are something I saw. It was a very religious sect, and they believed that the more they punished themselves, the more they were going to get closer to the divine. So self-punishment. But that was, I forget what they're called. It's a sect, and it's pretty brutal. But self-punishment can lead you to sabotage or hurt yourself. So unless the vows are severed, they can affect you across time. So you don't sever them in this lifetime. If you come back, they'll continue in that other lifetime. So fortunately, they say vows are very easy to undo. It's simply a matter of firmly stating, I'm willing to sever all vows that are blocking me in this lifetime. I ask that all vows of painful vows be now and forever undone in all directions of time for everyone concerned. And this is important, in all directions of time. Although there's no time on the other side in a sense, but every lifetime had a specific time and in all directions. That's very important. So you can say this out loud or silently. I like to say things out loud at least 3 times before I say it silently. For me, from what I've learned, it works if you say it out loud to help heal the bondage of the past and open yourself up to present day joy and abundance in all forms. Yeah. You were a priest in your past lifetime. Well, there you go. I had I think 1 or 2 people earlier, monk or nun. Vows are the same. You did some vows. And the cord meditation that I do and I've done with my class is we do at one point, we sever vows that were made in all, I don't say all directions, in all times, present, future. There's different wording, but it's severing all vows. You're welcome, Tiger's Eyes. So somebody today that, I come and they say they need a reading and their financial difficulties all the time could have been because of a vow that they've done in a past life. They chose, okay, they were poor. They're going to always be poor for whatever reason. They made a vow. Well, it doesn't apply in this lifetime. You have to sever the vow. So Michelle, one more. Michelle. Greco-Roman. So only a few people tonight that had Greco. You're welcome, Michelle. Greco-Roman. So obviously you're drawn to that kind of architecture. You've had a significant life in Greece or Rome, and that's influencing the situation you're inquiring about right now. You're thinking, okay, what does past life can teach me now or help me with now? You may have noticed that you're drawn to this kind of Greco-Roman architecture, culture, or spirituality. Perhaps you've even visited or would like to go visit the Mediterranean. Still, oh, he's not awake. So which felt strangely familiar. Often when we visit a place where we lived in other lives, we experience a sense of déjà vu. During your Greco-Roman lifetime, you had experiences and relationships that form the basis of your present life situation. You've also carried the knowledge forward that you've gained in that lifetime. Now that you're consciously aware of your connection to Greece and Rome, spend time researching these ancient cultures and the spirituality associated with those places. Your research will trigger memories and insights, and you'll come to better understand yourself and your situation. I have people all the time that tell me, I'm so drawn to this, like, the Spanish and all that. Well, you know what? We do a reading, or, I connect with past loved ones, and yeah, they had ancestors, either Spain or connection with Spanish. Yeah. Okay, you got a phone call from your friend in the hospital, still not awake yet. Yeah. It won't be right away. Give it some time. Give it some time. Yes, I was telling everybody else, I don't know if there's any spirits, but they're quiet today. Yeah. All right, that concludes tonight, Saturday night. Yeah. Well, everybody, if they can send, definitely, send some good vibes to Kristen's friend who's in the hospital. He's in the Creator's hands. So hopefully it turns out well. Right? Take care, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Take care, and I will see you next Saturday. Okay. Bye for now.